in West Chatham is unacceptable.
When you came in, you said you were going to be our partners.
Right.
We are demanding that you live up to your word.
Amen.
We want you to stand with us to improve the quality of this community. I look around.
Today, they held a news conference calling on Walmart to reconsider and meet with the community. Tuesday, Walmart announced it is closing 4 Chicago stores, including the one at 84th and Stewart. Walmart said together the stores have lost millions of dollars.
Hey there, welcome to The Uplift.
I look over at him and he's smiling.
I'm going to remember that the rest of my life.
It's really a miracle that he's with us today.
The Uplift, stream now on the free CBS News app.
In today's handoff to Erica, you might not know them, but if you...
Anyway, man, Shalom, Akim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and Ruwell. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. New in the gospel, bar lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will to be edifying. I know a few brothers went into this yesterday. And I just wanted to give my take on it. Okay, because this is very significant. Coming from Chicago. In fact, majority of my family still lives there. My mom, etc. And it's very significant because it says why Walmart is closing half its stores in Chicago. Okay, half the stores in Chicago. Now, see, the thing of it is they've begged and pleaded to bring Walmart to the urban areas in Chicago because they just wasn't dealing with it. Because, you know, coming from a state like that or a city like that is full of violence and confusion and, you know, is wickedness. And they feel like, well, if we bring these particular stores to the inner cities, to the urban areas, we risk losing a lot of money. Okay, we risk losing a lot of money in sales a year because, for one thing, robbery, thievery, okay, the lack of income, the welfare recipients and so forth like that, not having a means to an end to shop at these particular stores. But a double-edged sword is being that we believe through the Spirit that these stores are actually set up for nefarious purposes outside of just housing food and electronics and goods and so forth like that. Like we've stated a while back, and the brothers was bringing this out back in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, that a lot of these box stores are going to be pretty much government-led facilities that's used to detain citizens that's against the NWO. Okay, now if you go into Sound Walton, I believe he had some type of connections with the government at the time during the time of World War II. I believe he was like on a docket to basically in-house those Japanese in those internment camps. I believe his name was like on a docket somewhere. I can't remember the detailed history of it, but his name did come up as far as the internment camps during the time of World War II in Emmen. And then fast forward later, you have these big box stores by the name of Walmarts, which if you look at it and you pay close attention, it look like they have guard towers on the roof. If you look at how the structure is built. Now, there's been several videos over the years that people was doing videos on Walmart's closing. They fencing them in, you know, they putting guard towers, guard shacks, and etc. And, you know, the whole thing about the underground piping issue, you know, found out that they was linking these DUMBs or deep underground military bases for one end of the country to the next, and found out that all these particular tunnels was connected. And they were clearing out Walmart in a matter of days, especially when the pandemic began. So one account came out that this store, Walmart, I believe it's the one in the Chatham area, which is like on 84th Street. And there's one out there on 115th too, in like Doty Road. Now I got my information mixed up because I thought that was the one that they were closing because I forgot about the one they put on 87th Street. But nonetheless, it says why Walmart is closing half its stores in Chicago. Okay, and this is right in the middle of the hood, so it ain't nothing to chart Jake off to these military centers to be sea-hipped and to give away your civil freedoms, man, so you can partake in this new world order. Okay, that's not a light thing. But it says Walmart plans to close half its stores in Chicago, a reversal of the retail giant's high-profile commitment in 2020 to expand in the city as part of its corporate racial justice initiative in the wake of George Floyd's murder by the police, which is folly. Okay, that's just a way to hide the sinister agenda. Okay, we know that these stores were set up for other purposes, man. Like I said, to house people that wanted to buck up against this system. Because there's no coincidence that this year is going to be the launch of the Fed Now program when everything is going digital. Okay, they're getting very tactical and they're getting very aggressive with their what they call their what's those debt collection practices. They're getting very, very nefarious with those particular activities when they're basically trying to shake people down for money, because they need as much money for people as possible to get this system up and running and to pretty much cover their bank accounts while they're putting you in debt and you a slave to Title 4D. These elites are getting rich off us, man. Okay. But nonetheless, you know, the dollar is collapsing more than likely this year if this whole Fed Now program gets up and running by July 1st, as Esau stated. We have to wait and see. But then again, you know, the stores are closing. People are getting laid off, protesters, etc. It's not looking too good for the future of America. Okay. But it says Walmart announced Tuesday that next week it will close four poor performing stores out of the 8 it operates in Chicago. 3 of the locations are located in Chicago's South and West Side neighborhoods, which are predominantly minority and have long struggled with grocery and retail access. It says one of the stores is in Chicago's North Side, which is predominantly white and more affluent. White. Wow. It says, but the announcement comes after Walmart highlights its efforts in Chicago as a critical part of its broader $100 million pledge to advancing racial equality in the city. But my thing is, Walmart loses billions of dollars every year. But I believe they may be federally funded, you know, because like I said, Walmart is an ever thriving corporation, so they don't necessarily have to close the doors. And then Jake, on the other hand, Jake is always a Walmart, so ain't no way in hell they're losing money. I refuse to believe that people are stealing more than $4 billion. They're losing more than $4 billion in goods due to thievery and robbery and all this other shit due to the sales. Now, I refuse to believe that, because you have more people that shop there than people that steal from there. So obviously, it's something going on at the top. A lot of these CEOs and these CEOs and these presidents of these corporations, man, you know, these Wall Street moguls, cutting themselves $1 million checks, man. Okay, $80,000, $150,000 bonuses. That's where the money is going. Okay, but I refuse to believe that, you know, even though they have a high trail of theft, okay, Walmart, literally, you could just walk out the store with it. They don't give a shit. But I refuse to fucking believe that they're losing money from underperforming, from stealing. Like, that's bullshit. You know? Yeah, Jake robs shit all the time, but come on, man. With the type of sophisticated equipment you have in these stores, it's bullshit. I believe that they're shutting these stores down and they're going to keep the buildings up because they basically going to turn these places into FEMA camps. And what's a better place than putting it right in the middle of the fucking hood? You know, where they can detain you niggas, to put you out of your misery. Because the majority of you, and I'm going to say it just like this, majority of you, okay, out of the 2/3, which is 66.6%, out of the 2/3, 95% of you are going to take that RFID micro C, you know what. Okay, you going to take it. Because what else you going to do? It says Chicago will be an example of what's possible when we leverage business, government, and community organizations for the good of all, Walmart CEO Doug McMillon said in 2021. It says it also follows more than a decade of intense efforts by Chicago political leaders to draw Walmart and other chains to underserved areas to spur economic development. It says, but Walmart said Tuesday that these 4 stores lose tens of millions of dollars a year and that annual losses have nearly doubled in the last 5 years. Bullshit. It says the company said it tried several strategies to improve the store and invested hundreds of millions of dollars in the city, but unfortunately these efforts have not materially improved the fundamental business challenges our stores are facing, Walmart said in a blog post. But if you putting this among the minorities, which is known to be the highest consumers, how in the hell are you losing money? Unless you're taking that money for a different purpose. Okay, you could be taking that money to set up more surveillance. You could be taking that money to set up a better internment facility, chipping stations, etc. Because like I said, the poor spend the most money. How the fuck does the poor being the poor spend more money than the rich, man? So you making that money, but you're taking that money and you're forwarding it to other means, other endeavors. You know? But it says the company said workers in these stores will be eligible to switch over to other Walmart stores and it will work with local leaders to help find reuse options for the buildings, okay? Meaning they're not going to shut the buildings down, brothers, okay? And this is the point. Reuse options for the buildings, hence FEMA camps, okay? See, Esau, man, he likes to come at you. See, don't let the devil fool you, man. He speak with the forked tongue, okay? And matter of fact, let's get the precept real quick. Let's get that in the book of Psalms, 49th chapter real quick. Because Esau thinks he's slick, man. But we get it. We see right through the madness. All right? Matter of fact, Psalms 50. Shit, man. I ain't brought this precept out in so long. Psalms, I think it's Psalms 50. Yep, 55. And I'm going to start at verses 20. It says, he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He have broken the covenant. And we know this is going into the Native American Indians, okay, and the Seminole Indians. It says the words of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Yeah, he's telling you this. Oh, well, we're losing tens of billions of dollars, millions of dollars a day. You know, we just don't know what to do. And for one thing, they don't want to give you niggas shit, okay, because they fought like hell to put a Walmart out there to watch you niggas tear shit down. I mean, Jake, you don't get a pass either. You're not the most pristine among society. You're not the most ethical that comes to living around. We get that, but I refuse to believe that you're losing this much money because niggas ain't shopping at your stores. I refuse to believe that. They're doing something else. And what are the chances that they're tearing down the Walmarts or they're closing down the Walmarts that have the highest populace of Jake population? What are the chances of that, right? Okay, but let Esau tell it, well, you know, we don't have enough money. Bullshit. And it says here, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords, okay? So I'm not buying this for 1 second. Reading again, it says local leaders to help find reuse options for the building. It says Walmart said its remaining 4 Chicago stores continue to face the same business difficulties, but it believes closing these 4 would give the others the best chances of staying open. How? How is that? How? That don't even make sense. So you're taking the business out of Jake neighborhood so Esau can have a better shopping experience, which Walmarts are known for being in the suburbs, in the surrounding suburbs. You rarely catch them in the middle of the city. Even here in Kansas City, you have Walmarts that's on the outskirts of the city. Now, there's one up the street from where I stay at, which is considered the city, but it's more north. But you're not going to find one directly in the middle of the city because these things are meant for suburban use, man. And on top of that, what's the trail of getting from the suburbs to the city? The highway. So when you look at how FEMA have their system set up, and when you look at these apartment complexes and how they house their citizens, a lot of them are right off highways, okay? And a lot of Walmarts are off highways too, if you really pay attention to it. Like the one here, they both are considered on major highways. You know, even the one down the street, that's right off a highway. And then you have apartment complexes, and then you go a quarter mile down, there's a major interstate. You see? So it's easy for them to bust people to these places, man. Because when Esau built these places, he already had in his mindset as to what he's going to do, as to how he want to do things. And literally, I stay right across the fucking street from a Walmart. A neighborhood Walmart. It's a smaller facility, but it gets the job done. It says the closures call attention to the recent pullback in major U.S. cities by Walmart and other national chains, but they also raise questions about the effectiveness of government strategies that closely rely on national chains to improve food and retail access to underserved areas, man. Okay, so anyway, that's enough for reading on that. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, the 15th chapter, because this is the Lord, man. The Lord is going to do a huge number on you Israelites because you refuse to get your spirits in order. All right, Jeremiah 15, and I'm going to start at verses 3. It says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, says Yahweh, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy, which is the 4-sword judgment. It says, and I will cause them to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth, because of Manasseh, the son of Hezekiah, king of Judah, for that which he did in Jerusalem. Okay, but damn, I just had it. I lost it. Captivity to the captivity. Damn, I just had it. Yep, matter of fact, 2, I'm sorry, Salakia. 2, it says, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither should we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus says the Lord, such are for death to death. Okay, because those FEMA camps is going to be mass death. Okay, they don't call them death internment camps for nothing. Because back in the day, we used to have this, when we used to break it down, we used to go into, like, they had a list of 3 classifications. You had the red list, which is your more extremists, people that needs to be deemed for extermination immediately, people that couldn't really be rehabilitated. The yellow list was the people that can possibly be rehabilitated after pretty much at gunpoint, and you scare the shit out of them, and then you can integrate them into society. Yellow list is the possibilities of people taking a CHIP. The red list is the people that's not going to take the CHIP. The blue list is the people that already stands for the NWO, and pretty much they are already ripe for the picking. Okay, and it says in a death camp. So a lot of jigs getting put in them FEMA camps, watching their beloved ones be put to death, watching them die in the streets, watching them being tortured. They're going to turn a lot of niggas' minds around, man. Okay, all you radical jig, you niggas out there that claim to be Israelites, that got guns and that got all that mouth about you, about what you going to do to Esau, with your guns and all this stuff, you carnalites. Hey, you're going to see exactly what's going to happen when you get in these facilities. Because, hey, newsflash, these facilities just isn't reserved for men like Great Millstone. And believe it or not, I believe the men of Great Millstone is going to avoid this as a collective for the most part. Now, you have some brothers that's going to get caught up in prison and being tried because the scriptures do say that. But I think for the most part, the men of the Great Millstone is going to avoid a lot of the harsh judgments the Lord have set for you other camps out. You other guys say it that way. I want to make this a camp thing, but this is about you jakes that's being rebellious. People that scoffed us and stated that, oh, well, we're conspiracy theorists, conspiracy nuts. Hey, this is for you, okay? Because you're going to see how much of a conspiracy it was when Esau was torturing you to death, man. Because, hey, he's coming back with that real ferocity, man. That real ferocious spirit. Okay, you think what he did during the time when the Greeks was harsh? Wait till he get his hands on Jake now. Especially with this being his last go-round. This is his last this is his last rulership. And after that, he goes into slavery for 1,000 years to never exist again. Oh, he's getting ready to go out with a bang, man. Okay, and a lot of you niggas are going to get caught up. And when you women, I ain't got nothing to say about you. You're done. And it says, thus says the Lord, such are for death to death, and such are for the sword to the sword, and such are for the famine to the famine, and such are for the captivity to the captivity. So the Most High have a appointed judgment in increments, because remember, he told Esdras that the Most High, he created the world in a balance. So everything that he creates moves on a said schedule or on a said balance. When one measure is filled up, then that measure doesn't move until this is perfectly balanced, man. So it have to be just enough Jakes that's getting the judgment, just enough getting the fourth sword judgment of the missiles, then the FEMA camps. The Most High is perfect in all he does, man. Everybody that gets caught up in the FEMA camps is because the Most High sanctioned that. It ain't by coincidence you get caught up in there. And I'm using this as an example. If the Lord have 150 million people that's destined to go to a concentration camp, it's going to be that. The Most High have 150 million people that's designed to be put to death in the streets. That's how it's going to be. Because the Most High is on point with the judgments, man. Okay, and this is really because you're pride. Because you've been pride against Yahweh Ba'ashim, prideful against Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Let me find a precept when Yahweh Shai went into it. I think it is the book of... matter of fact, he looked across and wept. You have Luke 19:41. So, this is the book of Luke 19, and I'm going to start at verses 40. It says, and he answered and said it to them, I tell you that if these shall hold their peace, the stones would immediately cry out. But it says, and when he was to come near, he beheld the city and wept over it, saying, if thou hast known, even thou, at least in this day, this thy day, the things which belong to thy peace, but now they are hid from thy eyes. And it says, for the day shall come upon thee, that thy enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee around, and keep thee in on all sides. Okay, the hour of martial law. Now let's see what that says here in the New Living Translation. It says, but as he came closer to Jerusalem and saw the city ahead, he began to weep, okay? Because he was looking at the Israelites, man. You have one thing for the city, but Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. It says, how I wish today that you of all people will understand the way to peace. But now it is too late, and peace is hidden from your eyes. But behold, long your enemies will build the ramparts against your walls and encircle you and close you in from every side. And they will crush you into the ground and your children with you. And your enemies will not leave a single stone in place because you did not accept the opportunity of your salvation. Okay, so that's the point. They're going to circle these cities. They're going to have military. They're going to have the little drones, the little robots, the little Megans running around here. Okay, and they're going to lock this place down. And those of you that don't comply, they're going to put you to death unmercifully in the streets of America. And that's coming back in a big way. He's going to kill a lot of you Israelites, man. Okay, a lot of you Jakes are getting ready to get the sword put to you because you wicked as all hell. Okay, Revelation 2:10, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay, that tells us there that some Jakes are going to get put in prison. Some of us are going to get locked up for the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know, but hey, so be it, man. You know, because hey, the scriptures say, think not what to say in that day, for the Lord will give you a mouthpiece with your adversaries, and yet where they can't gainsay nor resist. You know, Matthews 10, and I'm gonna start at verses 17. Beware of men, for they would deliver you up to councils, and they would scourge you in their synagogues, and ye should be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver the brother up to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents. This is happening in a big way, and cause them to be put to death. And ye should be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endured unto the end shall be saved, man. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. All praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball.